Hello friends, welcome to the windy city, Tioman Island. Woohoo! Just got off the boat not long ago. The tide's out. Well, let's have a walk around. Looks like there's a little river inlet here. Everyone can bring their boats in and leave them here. This is a beautiful island. Bit of an island getaway. A nice break from the motorbike adventures. Check it out. This is famous for scuba diving, so I'm gonna go for some dives. Hopefully it's all right. The weather's not that great over the next week, but we'll see. We're diving tomorrow morning. The unique shape of this island is what makes this pretty cool. This has always been, for the last 1,000 years, it's always been a critical spot and landmark because you can see how easy it is to see it from a long distance away with its unique, like, two mountains. It's cold like a dragon. People refer to it as like a lying down dragon. The Dragon Mountains. And even all the way back to like the 800s, Arabic merchants detailed this place after they stopped on the west side of Malaysia. Up at the top, there's an old settlement there that used to export tin. It's actually the oldest civilization in Southeast Asia. Not many people know about it. Pretty cool. They used to stop there as they made their way down from the Arab lands. And in some old transcripts, they detailed a 10-day journey from there around to the east coast to the island shaped like a dragon with the two spines on the hill. They'd stop here and load up on fresh water and fruit, coconuts, bananas, anything they could get. And the Ming Dynasty also had records of this on their maps. So for that reason, there's a lot of ceramics here, like old style Chinese ceramics, stuff that was worth a lot of money. They'd send it from China all the way to the Arab lands and then eventually across to Europe. And there's heaps of that stuff here. After the monsoon season, which is actually now, the monsoon season's just finished, people often quite find a lot of ceramics and stuff like that washed up on the beach. So I'm going for a walk. I just got here. Let's just see. Let's see. This might be an impossible mission, but let's have a look. Let's see what's around the corner here. And have a look at what this island is like. There's a hot spot for pirates. They'd stop here. They'd raid ships, the treasure fleet, the Chinese treasure fleet from the Ming Dynasty. They'd come through these areas, stop and load up on water. I find that stuff cool. Sunken treasure. Can we find some? I doubt it, but I'm even gonna go scuba diving to see if we can. So I'm looking everywhere. The water is so warm. It's like 28 degrees. Hectic. Woo! That sun's beautiful. Pretty nice ferry ride here. No crazy waves, nothing like Bali. The ferries from Bali to the Gili Islands. Nothing like those crazy ferries. What a beautiful little place. There's like 4 different ports, little docks you can get off at. This is the very first one, Genting. And there's more as you go up, further up the island. They obviously become a little bit more secluded. So you're just limited to like your accommodation options and dive shop options. That's beautiful. The tide's gone out heaps. What do you reckon my odds are? Do you reckon I'm gonna find something? I reckon I got pretty high chances. There's a little museum. It's on the ABC beach with the ferry, which is the next port. They have heaps of stuff. Supposedly they've found quite a lot of ceramics and things like that. You know, pots, like old pots where they used to store spices, and they'd send that over across the seas. This feels like looking for a needle in a haystack, man. Wow, how's that in there? Oh, already cut myself. Cut myself treasure hunting. That's alright. That's the size of this rock. My goodness. That's holding the whole thing up right there. If you were an ancient piece of ceramic, where would you hide? You tell me. Whew. This water is fantastic. It's so nice. Look at all these oysters. Officially lost my mind. Looking for treasure on an island. Gotta have something fun to do, man. Oh, no way! Ancient Adidas ceramic. Oh, is that my size? Low key. The ferry was quite affordable. The ferry was a great price. 70 ringgit for the ferry one way. How nice is this rock? Woo! That's where we need to be. Look at all that coral. In the early 2000s, there was a crew that found over 1,000 pieces of ceramics from one of the Ming Dynasty's fleet that sank here. Because this is the South China Sea. This is the side of Malaysia that faces China. That's a hectic shell. This is a perfect graveyard for something that, some sort of ceramic. You're starting to think I'm crazy. I can feel it. I can sense the judgment. That just makes me more ambitious to find something. This is a perfect spot. I'm wondering how high. See, like up here, there's just piles and piles of coral. Especially if there's some sort of netting. Oh, there's rope here. Stuff would just get washed up. Imagine what's under this in here, you know? Whoa, what? What is that? No way. No way. That's not porcelain? No way. No way, brother. That's got the blue tinge. It's got some decent holes in it. It's not polished or really smooth like porcelain. It's got that brown, can you see that? It's got that brown, like beige tint to it. That's from when they heat this stuff up to make it. So it's super, super brittle. That doesn't sound like porcelain's like real. No way. I reckon that's a ceramic. That is a ceramic. Of course it is, Liam. What else is it? Looking plastic. No way. You were doubting me as well. You were doubting me. You almost probably skipped the video. Unbelievable. Look at that. That is, well, like that's some sort of lid, some sort of ceramic lid from an old jar. An old Chinese jar filled with spice or silks or opium. Who knows? That's so hectic. That's actually, yeah, that's actually ceramic. Damn, man. That is so epic. Let's go. No way. Oh no, now I'm just gonna want to keep looking for ages. What else could be in there, huh? I'm surprised this is actually not even split in half. All the way up here. That goes to show how hectic these tides and the waves are. No way! I'm so happy with that, man. Oh, that's so sick. What else would be in here? I give up. We claim this. Whew. I got that whole net out though. Oh. Wait. Wow, that's cool. I found a bit of treasure. That's legendary. I would have been over there for like 2.5, 3 hours then. I got carried away for sure. Woo! I have a question for you. How long have you been here for? Like on the island?
Bring this?
No, I just found this over there, but I was wondering if you find this stuff often. This is it's like old Chinese ceramics.
Like,
yeah, from like an old
yeah.
Chinese pot. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you find them often or no? No? Even scuba diving, you never find?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Interesting. All right, thanks.
Okay.
Half the people have no idea about history anyway, so I suppose people would not know. We need to find like an OG fisherman. The funniest thing would be if this is just like some ashtray. That would be hilarious. But there's no way, eh? There's no way, especially with that blue ribbon around the outside. This has got to be old. This is the exact stuff that the Ming Dynasty sent overseas. Wait, watch out for that. Well, these boys say that, yeah, they know of it. Like, they know people find stuff. But yeah, you've never found anything.
Yeah, we know. But I thought
that museum.
somebody's found this kind of thing in Tengol. Tengol, you know?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
The Chinese ancient thing.
Yeah, it's like ceramic. Old Chinese ceramic. That could be. It could be like 800 years old. Yeah.
Yo, 那个 Japanese wreck.
Yeah, from like shipwrecks. And then it's all that would have been from a jar.
Yeah, it's got several shipwrecks in around the Tioman, but most of the shipwrecks are not accidentally. They are
on purpose.
They're purposely by the government.
Of course, yeah.
A spot.
You found it here?
Yeah,
Huh? Here?
Yeah, I found it here. Yeah. I was looking purposely for it because I know that people find it.
Which spot are you found it?
Bro, on the beach, around in the rocks. Yeah, I was looking through the rocks. I pulled out this big like pile of rope. Yeah, and I was like, no way. It's on camera. I found it all on camera.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah. How much is the fun diving here?
It's 2 dives were 200.
200, yeah.
Without equipment.
Yeah, okay. And then how much is to rent equipment?
50 per
a day. Okay. How many dives do you do, like in the morning or afternoon?
Morning we have 2, afternoon we have 2. So
okay.
if you want to go for 4 dives, you could.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. All right. I've got a dive tomorrow morning over there with that shop close, like TBD or something. And then I'd love to do a dive with you guys as well.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be sweet as. Is there there's a dive site called like Soyak Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the ships? There's like two. No, there's no ships down
There
there.
is one shipwreck, but then it's wooden,
Broken, it's broken.
and it's kind of broken.
Old as. Like yeah.
Oh, it's hot.
I see. All right, boys. Thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers.
Cool.
What a spot. Well, there you go. Yeah, they do find stuff. Very, very uncommon though. That's crazy. Been here 2 years and never. I mean, if you found a whole thing, like to put it in perspective, if you found one of these intact, mate, you'd make a dive salary for 7 years or something. So, priorities, right?